Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Fruzanna. I hope you'll enjoy it. Feel free to support me by commenting, liking, or subscribing, maybe if you're interested. And in this video, I will be discussing with you the topic on how to change your life to the better and why is this change not happening at the moment for you. So there are different points that I would like to address. So first of all, it's the environment. So it's funny to speak this way, like, oh, environment. I feel like everyone is talking about this at the moment, but it's actually a big reason of why change is not happening. Environment plays a crucial role in changing your life to a better place. So if you're in a very toxic environment that has stress all over the place, you will not be able to grow because your mechanism of defense, your fight or flight mode is going to be constantly active and your brain will be always in a survival mode. You will always constantly try to survive rather than to live and enjoy your life. If you're not living and enjoying your life, there is no positive change. There is no advancement because you're just surviving. You're just holding on. For an example, let's take any type of a plant. Each plant is different between each other, and some of them cannot survive next to each other. Some of them need more water than the other or less water than the other. Let's say cactus. Cactus barely needs any water to survive. Sorry, wrong word of choice. To live. If you will overpour or overwater the plant, the cactus will die. You need to take care of it. It has to be in a warm place. It likes the dryness of the soil and so on. Yes, occasionally you need to water it, but not that much, not a lot of water. However, if the environment will have always, let's say the cactus is placed with flower pots or flower plants or any type of other trees that actually require watering every 4 to 5 days, the cactus will die because there is too much water in the soil and it will start decomposing. It will start rotting. Therefore, the cactus cannot survive in this environment. The same thing happens with people. So if I'm going to be placed in the wrong environment where I'm not enjoying myself, where I'm constantly being in a stress mode, where I'm constantly in a flight or fight regime and I always feel like my guard should be up, it will cause me to, first of all, feel negatively, emotional change. And emotions actually play a crucial role in feeling better, in my personal opinion. So the main thing is for you to change the environment. Surround yourself with people that you have a chance to grow with, not those who go in a different direction or pull you down or distract you. Find a community, society, group of people, even one person. It can also be yourself. I don't recommend being alone. I understand that there are extroverts and introverts. I don't recommend being alone, especially when you're going through change or overall in your life. By human nature, we're social creatures. You understand what I mean. I'm sorry for calling us creatures, but yeah, we're social creatures. We're supposed to be in the society. We're supposed to be part of something, part of a bigger collective. If you remove yourself or isolate yourself, it will only be a negative aspect of your life. It will bring you down. You will not feel motivated to do anything. You can even start experiencing some symptoms of disorders. Disorders are there placed. I'm just going to make this a quick out of the topic thing. Regarding disorders, please don't diagnose yourself. Don't let any person diagnose you specifically, because in order for it to be a diagnosis, it has to last for longer than half a year. You have to be in the state constantly for longer than half a year. Other than that, the main point I want to say, everything I'm speaking to you here, do not apply it directly on yourself. Again, I'm going to repeat myself. It's case-to-case situations. However, I'm going to just introduce you to the basics. The environment should be nourishing you. The environment should be suitable for you to grow. Let's say your goal is to live in a suburban house somewhere in a village on a mountain. You cannot keep yourself staying in the desert because it just does not suit the environment. You will not be able to get and achieve your goal because of this. The next thing I want to address is being self-aware. I think that's actually should be the first part. Self-awareness is a very important aspect in personal growth and improving your life. So once you're aware of yourself, you're aware of where you are in your life position, what you want from the life, what are your goals, everything becomes clear to you. Once you're aware of what is triggering, what is upsetting you, what emotions are you feeling, once you're present in the moment, I'm not saying being present in the moment is a good thing. It might not be a pleasant thing, but you have to deal with it. You have to try. You have to do the first step. Self-awareness can be done in different ways. It can be through questionnaires, through journaling, through meditations. Some people use meditations. Different self-awareness exercises. There are a lot actually. And you can use them to understand yourself better. If you're interested in self-awareness, I can make a different video on this topic. Just comment down below regarding this. The third aspect of what you should pay attention, as I mentioned previously regarding goals, you need to understand what exactly do you want from life. This is a hard decision to make. This is a hard topic to discuss with people because some people just don't know who they are, who they want to be, what they want from the life. And it's important because self-awareness brings you to the stage where you can identify your likes and dislikes, not something that was placed by the society or the community you are in or your family members, your friends and loved ones, something that you truthfully desire. This is the main aspect. If you are doing something that you don't truly desire, that you don't actually want, you will not feel pleasure from it. You will not feel happy from it. In order to get to that state, you have to go through the self-awareness, through the second step. Third step is understanding your goals and how to get to them. So all of these, they kind of correlate to each other and coordinate with each other. Because once you identify the goals, you know exactly which environment you want to be placed in. You understand exactly which people will suit you better. Let's say I want to become a singer. Of course, I'll be placing myself in a community where there are more, let's say, DJs, music producers, singers, songwriters. If I'm going for a more classical style, maybe acoustic players. I'm going to say, I don't know why acoustic. I'm just going to say music instruments players. I have no idea how to say it properly. I'm just going to keep it at that. Let it be a bit cringy since it's one of my first videos. And if you understand that this is what you want from your life, you cannot be hanging out with builders and engineers. Yes, you can, of course. You can keep them in your circle, your friend groups, your close friends, and so on. But it doesn't mean that they will help you improve yourself. Because life is about achieving something, goal seeking. There's always a purpose. No matter if you're religious, not religious, there's always a purpose in everybody's life. No matter what stage of mental health you're going through, there's always a purpose. After you identify the goals, now it's time to act upon them. Small little steps. Yes, most of the people are not patient. Me especially, I have zero tolerance, zero patience. I cannot handle when something is supposed to be long-term and I have to wait for it. I cannot. Like, the stress just kills me over this. So I understand the struggles of it. However, to change your life, you need to do baby steps. You cannot start with big. You cannot just go and, let's say, cut your hair and you're a totally different person. You understand the joke, I hope so. I think girls will. But mainly the change, the first step should be something small. And the change does not start with you acting upon, let's say, getting a new skill or going to a university and making a change, or, the change will start from Monday, from the first of the month. It doesn't work like this. So once you are done with all the previous once you're done with all the previous steps, you can count them as your change, because you already did something towards your future better self, your future better life. Change is hard for everyone. Especially if you're not used to changes, it's very hard. For example, me, I've switched so much schools. To this point, if I'm going to be switching, since I'm in a university, if I'll be switching university, I wouldn't even care. It will be fine for me. It wouldn't matter that much. So me going from first school to second school was not as hard and tough, because I used to move a lot with my parents from country to country, from neighborhood to neighborhood, and etc. We traveled a lot. So change for me kind of comes naturally, since I'm used to it since childhood. However, for some people, it's hard. It's hard to imagine, to switch, to change, to fully change the group, to fully change the clothes, to fully change the lifestyle you're living in, to remove the baggage you're carrying with you. And the main aspect is the fear is eating us alive. This is why we cannot change our life for a better and for a best place. In order to not be scared, we need to understand that little baby steps, they help. For example, okay, it's hard, I'm scared, I'm still gonna do it. Self-awareness brings you to the point that you understand that you are scared of change. However, you understand that this change is going to be beneficial for you. If something is beneficial, you will want to do it. You need to understand it. If you want to change your habits, there are different strategies to do that. If you want to change the environment, there are different ways of doing that. Right now, I'm just talking overall life in general, different aspects you should pinpoint. As I mentioned just now, habits. Habits play also a crucial role within our life, because most of the habits we don't even acknowledge and we don't understand. Once we are self-aware, we understand what are our good habits, bad habits, beneficial, less beneficial, should get rid of them habits. Yes, all of us have those. And there are different ways also to change the habits. There are different books written, different theories regarding habit changes. So the first thing you do is you identify the positive and the negative habits that you have. Afterwards, you start breaking down what caused those habits. So within our system, this should be a separate video. This actually should be a separate video. I'll try to summarize this all. So different habits cause us different pleasures. So we want something, we receive something, there is a reward system built, and etc. So let's take a habit of chewing nails. So I don't chew nails, but I know some people who do that. It's not a positive aspect, it's kind of a negative aspect. But the way to identify it is that what causes it, anxiety, pressure, stress, they are the causation of you doing something. So in order to change the habit, you cannot get rid of the habit, you can change the habit. So you need to change this specific thing. So when you're stressed, you don't chew your nails, you do something instead. Something more productive. Try to do some research. What could be done to ease the stress? Let's say mindfulness exercises help with stress. I know that for a fact. Personally, I like mindful meditations where I acknowledge my body, blah, blah, blah. Like I pay attention to different parts of my body, like my breathing, my heart rate, and different sounds I'm hearing, the air that's breathing. Like let's say if I'm near the sea or if there's a wind going on or a storm, I try to acknowledge these factors. So I switch the habit of chewing nails towards me paying more attention to the mindful meditation, to the world around me, to what's going on around me at the moment. This helps because what you're seeking is not to chew the nails. This is not what you want. You don't want that. You want to calm down. You want to stop stressing. So you need to remove the negative aspect and change it into something positive, something that's more beneficial rather than causing you damage. Everyone knows that chewing nails is a bad thing, but sometimes we do that. Sometimes people do that. Sometimes it just happens. So yes, there are relapses, and if you relapse while you're changing habit, it's fine. Everyone goes through this. It's okay. You cannot be perfect. There is no such a thing as perfection. Everything is case to case. Again, there is no perfection. There is no something perfect. There is no such a thing as beauty, even in my personal opinion, because beauty is an opinion. So if I consider myself beautiful, it doesn't mean that you will consider me beautiful. If I like chocolate cake, somebody who has allergies on chocolate and hates actually chocolate will hate chocolate. And the chocolate cake doesn't feel perfect because I like it. The chocolate cake just exists. It's just there. So when you're trying to switch the habits and you relapse, don't worry about it. Everything is fine. It happens. We're human beings. These things are just minor circumstances. You can still continue. Okay, I relapsed just now. I chewed my nails. I was aware that I relapsed and I chewed my nails. I'm so good at this. Try to appreciate yourself more because you're aware you did something that is bad for you. You know it's bad for you. So you are aware. You exist in the moment and you stop. You should be proud of yourself for stopping, because you could have just continued and was like, whatever. But no, you decided to stop, which is a good thing. Afterwards, just try to keep control over it. So once you, let's say, bring your nails to your mouth and you want to chew them, you're like, but like it's bad for me. Like I should just try doing meditation. In order for a habit to change, you need to do it constantly for 28 days, if I'm being correct. You need to do it for almost a month, and then it becomes automatic. The same way as a habit that everyone knows but doesn't know that it's actually a habit of breathing. You actually breathe. What do I mean by a habit? So there are people who experience anxiety attacks and panic attacks, and people who experience those have troubles with breathing. Usually, most of the society, generalizing at the moment, we know how to breathe since childhood. It's our habit. We don't notice how we breathe. We just know that, we don't sit and we don't think that, I just took a breath, now I need to exhale. We don't do that. So after some time, it becomes automatic, and the same way goes with every single habit. So once you start changing your life using these steps, you will understand that there's more to experience, more to be happy about. Your life will improve, your satisfaction will improve, you will feel more pleasure living, and the experiences will be amazing for you because they're targeted specifically towards you. And the thing is, imagine it just now. Just close your eyes and imagine that you are doing something that you enjoy the most. You are achieving the goals. Your environment specifically and accurately is targeting your goal, your purpose. You will be happy. You will enjoy your life more. This is the main point, and this is the main thing you should address, in my personal opinion. Again, repeating myself, I'm not a professional. I'm just a psychology major student. I study psychology. I'm not a practitioner. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a counselor. In case you feel the need, I just want to address this. In case you feel the need that you're struggling with life, it's best to not go to my videos or to any other videos or Google or social media overall. Try to seek for help within your loved ones if you cannot afford a therapist, or go to therapy or a counselor. If one counselor did not work for you, try a different one, because different psychologists have different approaches, and to different people, different approaches apply and don't apply. So again, it's all case to case. Everything is just personalized, opinion wise, and if your opinion is that this counselor does not suit you, just change the counselor. Don't just say, oh, all counselors are bad. Don't generalize. Don't do assumptions at all. And the main thing is that in order for you, the main point, in order for you to change your life for a better, you need to want to change your life. This is the main thing, because it's one thing to be like, oh, I wish I could have a house, a car, a job that I like, and so on. But it's a different thing to actually want to change it, because we as human beings, we like structure, we like stability, we like calm states. Yet change actually removes all of these aspects and just shows them to the side. You need to be aware that it's going to be a bit stressful, a bit hard, unusual, uncomfortable, because you're going out of your comfort zone. But change is good. And in order for you to change, you actually need to want to change something in your life. Thank you for watching me. Please feel free to support this channel since I'm very new. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment down below any other topics you want me to address or speak about. Any suggestions. I don't mind even your opinion. Even if it's a negative one, I don't mind, because this is the way we grow. Thank you so much for watching me. See you in the next video.